Lesson 2. The Power of Creativity. From Trash to Treasure. Every day during lunch, Jamie enjoys a soft drink and has a decision to make. What should he do with the empty can? Many people would answer, recycle it. Obviously, recycling is good for many reasons. We can reduce the amount of trash thrown away, use less energy than we would to make new products, and conserve natural resources by recycling. However, recycling is not a perfect way to manage waste. It still requires large amounts of energy to purify used resources and convert them into new products. So what about trying to creatively reuse or upcycle them instead? This new approach is becoming more popular since it is even more environmentally friendly than recycling. What's more, it can also be fun. Here are some inspiring examples of how people have creatively upcycled old, used things. Through upcycling, a seemingly useless object can be transformed into something completely different that is useful for everyday life. What do you think can be done with old truck tarps, car seat belts, and bicycle inner tubes? Individually, these things look like trash, but with a little imagination, the Freitak brothers, Marcus and Daniel, repurposed them for something totally new. Very strong bags. These bags are perfect for bicyclists going to work every day in all kinds of weather. Similarly, a man named Kyle Parsons and his partners have been creatively reusing old motorcycle tires from Bali, Indonesia. A shocking number of tires get thrown away there every year, and they are a serious environmental problem since they cannot decompose or be recycled. To solve this problem, Parsons and his team are turning them into sandal bottoms. They then use canvas and natural materials to make the other sandal parts. What a great reuse of resources! Along with small everyday items, much bigger things can also be upcycled, even old buildings that cannot be used for their original purpose anymore. The German government showed us an excellent example of this with a former steel plant that closed in 1985. Rather than destroy the plant's buildings or abandon the entire facility, they decided to give it new meaning as a series of useful public structures. Many of the buildings kept their original shapes, but received extra equipment and new designs in their surrounding areas. For instance, old gas tanks became pools for divers. Concrete walls of iron storage towers were turned into ideal training fields for rock climbers. Can you believe a building for melting metal is now a viewing platform with a gorgeous 360-degree view? The final result is the landscape park Duisburg Nord. It has almost 570 acres of land filled with gardens, cycling paths, and pretty lights at night, in addition to its creatively repurposed buildings. This park proves that it's possible to preserve the heritage of a place as well as the environment. When artists add their own creative touches, things that most people consider junk are reborn as beautiful works of art. The giant pictures made from trash by environmental artist Tom Deininger are one of a kind. Up close, these brightly colored creations look like a mixed-up mess of broken plastic, unwanted toys, and bent wire, all things that cannot be recycled. From farther away, however, they appear to blend together into marvelous landscapes or other paintings. There is also an artist who shows that even disposable cups can be reused as artistic material. For years, Gwyneth Leech has turned used coffee cups into brilliant art exhibits. After a cup is used by someone, she paints a unique design on it and hangs it with many other painted cups in front of a window or pretty background. These works from Leech and Deininger are not only pleasing to the eye, but they also naturally provoke an interest in environmental conservation in people. As you can see, creative thinking has the power to make many positive changes to the environment. By giving old products more value, we can lessen the amount of waste in a way that is even more eco-friendly than recycling. So what would you say to Jamie now as he decides what to do with his cans? Perhaps he could upcycle them to make lanterns, toys, or sculptures for his friends and family. The options are endless, and all he needs is a little creativity to think of them. In the same way, stop and think before you throw something out. Who knows? Maybe you can turn that trash into treasure.